Excuse me.
Yes, Mr. Fleming. I don't know.
I don't know if y'all received. I don't know if y'all received my message from the clerk, but I'm not about to be sitting on this phone for a long time. I plead guilty to both tickets, so y'all could just submit my plea and we can move on. I'm not about to be on this phone for a long time for no traffic violation tickets. And y'all told me court was at 105.
All righty. Well, court's at 105, right? So, and if you came in here in person, it gets handled in the process and the way in the manner it gets handled. So,
well, y'all should have said that on
everybody
the
has
paperwork that you
everybody
submitted
has
to
the
my
right
house too. That it was gonna take longer than that. I plead guilty.
Okay.
It shouldn't be nothing more than that. I plead guilty.
All right. Well, let me give you.
I shouldn't have to go through the formalities, man. I plead guilty.
Are you knowingly and voluntarily waiving the right to speak with the Mr. Fanto, the court-appointed attorney?
I plead guilty to driving fast on I-94 and whatever else the ticket says that I did that was wrong with the Michigan state law.
Okay. And are you waiving the right to the court-appointed attorney?
I plead guilty again. If you don't understand that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Sir, I do understand that. You have a constitutional right, and I don't really appreciate you taking light of it, because people died in our country in order to make sure that we have a constitutional right that we do. And among those rights is the right to an attorney. Are you waiving your right to an attorney?
I don't appreciate y'all wasting my time telling me court was at 105 and it's after that and we ain't had no hearing yet. And y'all ain't nobody to talk to me, none of that. Y'all just think I'm supposed to just sit here for 20, 30 minutes and wait until y'all get through doing whatever y'all doing? No, I got stuff to do too. So I plead guilty to the violation of Michigan compiled laws for driving fast on the freeway and all that. After that, I'm gonna hang up the phone.
All right, so I just want to make sure that I want to make sure if you're pleading guilty, I am required to make sure that you understand your constitutional rights and that you're waiving
Yes, sir.
those.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so are you waiving your right to a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir. I don't need no attorney.
Are you waiving your right? Are you waiving your right?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving your right
Yes,
to
sir.
a trial by judge or by jury?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Are you waiving your right to call witnesses and cross-examine witnesses?
Yes, I do. I waive all those such rights. I would like to get to the punishment stage now.
Okay. All right, then let me ask you this. On September 11th, 2023, were you in the city of Taylor?
Yes, sir. I was on 94 freeway, so I don't know what area that controls. I was pulled over on 94 freeway by state police.
Did you have your vehicle with you?
Yes, I was driving the 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
Did your vehicle have no insurance?
That is factual. It did not have insurance.
Okay. Now, were you also violating the speed law?
Yes, Your Honor. I was driving at approximately 84 miles per hour. I was keeping up with the flow of traffic. Everybody was doing about 80 plus miles an hour that day.
Then I do find you responsible for the violation of the basic speed law, fines and costs of $120. As for the misdemeanor, I do find that you did violate that by having no insurance on your vehicle. There's a fine of $5, court costs of $5, state assessment of $125. So altogether, that's $255. I'm going to put you on a payment plan for $50 a month. First payment will be November the 27th, and I'll mail out a copy of that to your address. Are you still on the American Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then you'll be receiving that in the mail.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and sign out. Have a great day.
Have a good day.
This is Max Headroom. And what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever produced in the history of television. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so the next time I premiere a video, you can be in a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think.
What you are witnessing is real. The participants are not actors.
All right, I'm going to just call his case numbers. Ticket. This is now the matter of the people versus Timothy Talley Williams. This is ticket SP 1283888, count 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1409982, counts 1 and 2. Ticket number SP 1409983, count 1. Ticket SP 1411.
Yeah, man, talk about dang old boo, man.
Oh, my bad.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. SP 1411848, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1418401, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1466801, count 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1452301, count 1, 2, and 3. Ticket SP 1467130, count 1. Ticket number SX 2454328, counts 1 and 2, and ticket number SP 1283889, expired plates. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Judge, this is Attorney Herman Griffin. I did speak with the defendant. I did talk to him, went over his rights. However, he indicated to me that he wants to move forward without the assistance of counsel. So I just want to make sure that's in the record. And I'm going to go talk to Mr. Wallace.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Is that true, Mr. Williams? You want to move forward without counsel at this time?
Correct.
You know you have the absolute right to have counsel, especially with misdemeanors in these particular matters. But at this point in time, you want to move forward on your own, Mr. Williams?
I do.
Okay. Mr. Williams, how would you like to proceed? Do you want to have a bench trial, a jury trial, or do you want to try and resolve these matters?
I'm trying to resolve them today. And I have a couple questions before you move forward.
Well, we'll see if I can answer them because I can't give you counsel because I'm not an attorney. I'm not practicing as an attorney. Okay. What's up, Mr. Williams?
All right, but so before you move any further, what jurisdiction is the court under? Is it civil or criminal?
This is traffic kind of acts like a hybrid. So we are it's criminal because it's misdemeanor. So with it carries the underline that you can have like jail time and fines. Usually with civil, it's just going to be fines and it's not going to be the opportunity to have jail time. And that's why you have the ability to be able to have counsel appointed to you because you get the rights kick in, right? You can have a jury trial. You can have a trial by a juror. So we're under the jurisdiction of, I would say, more criminal matters for these.
Okay, so in the Constitution grants two jurisdictions. That's one under the common law and the other under Constitution under the condition of contract criminal aspects of a colorable amnesty jurisdiction. So this is under the misdemeanor state ordinances. As well as not state ordinances, the misdemeanor crimes under the state law, as well as under the city ordinance violations that these fall under. So each city is, in order to govern itself, you have the absolute power of the United States of America. After you have the absolute power of the United States of America, what they've done is they've divvied up the opportunity for states to control their own entities as long as they don't interfere with the federal stuff. So they can be more stringent than the federal laws, but they can't be any less stringent than the federal laws. And the same trickles down in the state. So then you have the state government and then you have city government laws, which allow the opportunity for them to create ordinances and rules to be followed by those individual states. So that's how we kind of operate. And so we are able to function and operate as a city if you avail yourself to the operations of a city or a state.
Reading is good.
I didn't get that.
I know. So we're operating under the state law, city ordinances, and state ordinance by state misdemeanor violations.
So it's colorable amnesty jurisdiction through contracts.
So that's archaic law, and what I mean by that is that that's although we use those terms, those Latin derivatives during law school, the actual practice is known as state has the ability to govern its people, and the city has further governance over its people to be able to make sure that rule and order is continued and followed within the state guidelines. All right, Mr. Williams, what do you want to do, though? Because we're not going to have a question and answer service. I've been on the docket for a while. If you do want to, you can come back at 1:30, and I'll be more than happy to continue this educational opportunity.
But no, I want a motion to dismiss for failure to.
Okay. All right. So that's not going to be granted, and that's not the correct order to do it. So if you wanted to file something like this, you could be able to file it and make the legal arguments appropriate for these matters, but you would have to state some type of legal reasoning as to why. And jurisdiction is not a legal reason. Well, it's a legal reasoning, but you can write that and see how you can find the laws that are current to our state constitution, as well as the Constitution of the city of Detroit, and the rules and opportunities to be able to follow that. So if you would like to file a motion, you can have a motion date and time to be able to file that. I'm not going to dismiss them today, though.
So why can't I get dismissed today?
Because these are ordinances that you are to follow within the city. There are rules that we follow as human beings in the United States of America, especially under the city of, you are a resident of the state of Michigan and the city of Detroit.
But under what contract? Under common law or?
It's not a contract. You know, these are not contracts. Okay. So these are just regular rules. So you listen, Mr. Williams, you can either handle these matters or they'll just go back into default and be in default, as well as they'll be under warrant status. Listen, I know you are trying to handle them, but you want them dismissed. They are rules that you have to follow as a citizen of the United States of America, more importantly, as the state of Michigan, and as someone who traveled, moved about in the city of Detroit. These are the rules that have been established for reasons. And sometimes their underlying reasons are reasons that we all can see and understand clearly. Sometimes the reasons are not reasons that we really understand, but these are the rules that have been set into place. We have jurisdiction because you are a body, a person, an entity, a being that is located within the confines of the state of Michigan as of right now, who has done stuff within the state of Michigan in the city of Detroit. And that's why we have the opportunity to be able to do these things. All right. So well, Attorney Griffin, all right. All right. I can't, Mr. Williams. I can't argue back and forth today with you. I've had an amazingly long docket this morning. So I told you, you can come back and we can have this discussion at 1:30, but I need to finish the rest of the people from this morning's docket before I continue to have these discussions. So I don't mind. We can do it at 1:30, but I got to finish my morning docket before we have all these philosophical discussions on why I have jurisdiction over you as a court.
5 minutes later.
Okay. I told you, Mr. Williams, to come back at 1:30. My staff needs a break, and I need a break as well.
Can I come in, or I gotta do the video?
You can do video. You want to have an in-court? Listen, if you want to have an in-court discussion about all of this, I want written, filed motions for all of this. I'm not going to have a philosophy discussion about why we have jurisdiction over you. So you need to file motions, the appropriate motions with the court that go with each one of the things that you're talking about that you want to happen. I'm going to repeat, I'm not going to dismiss them because you think I don't have jurisdiction. I'm not. But you have to show me why we don't have jurisdiction over you.
But Your Honor, you're supposed to be an unbiased arbiter. We're supposed to be in between.
That's right.
The prosecutor.
That's right.
The prosecutor need to explain how she got jurisdiction over me.
So you have, and their explanation comes when you file a motion. So you need to file a motion so that they can know what legal principles and arguments you're standing on so that they can properly respond to it. If you just say that you don't have jurisdiction, I'm going to tell them that as an officer of the court, we take judicial notice that if you were in the city of Detroit operating or doing any of these things, that's why they drew the ticket on you. But if there's a jurisdictional issue, you have to state a legal reasoning why and give the prosecutor's office time to respond to your legal, factual basis and reasoning as to why that happens. So I'm more than welcome. I'll set a hearing date to give you motion times to be able to do that, but you have to file a written motion as to why you believe legally they don't have jurisdiction over you.
But ain't that state duty? That's the reason why I'm here.
Duty of it. So I'm telling you, I take judicial notice that the ticket was written in the city of Detroit. So they have a legal reason and basis for giving you the ticket. You hear that? That's the first thing. So right. I'm already stating as an officer of the court that by receiving these tickets, they have a legal reason and jurisdiction over you. Right? But if you believe they don't.
If you run my name, you will see that I surrendered my state ID and I have a passport, right? I have no contracts with the Secretary of State whatsoever. So
you just have with the United States of America, which is an even higher jurisdiction than us.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So the SOS, I don't have no contracts with them. And if you run it,
just because you don't avail yourself of the formal process doesn't mean that you cannot be held to the standards and rules of the Secretary of State's office. That's not how this works. So you don't sever ties. That's not how it works. If you avail yourself to the rules, if you allow yourself to get into a vehicle and drive on the streets in the state of Michigan, in the city of Detroit, you have now automatically availed yourself to the laws, to the civil infractions, to the misdemeanors which lie within this state and the city bounds.
That's not what the Constitution says. And you took an oath.
I did. Right. I took lots of oaths too, just so you know. Mm-hmm. So I done took all kinds of oaths to be an attorney, to be a judge, to be when I graduated from college, I'm sure I took some oaths. I've taken oaths. And that's why I can say with a straight face and a clear conscience that I am following the rules of the state of Michigan and the city of Detroit when I say that they have the ability and the right to write tickets to people who travel, go upon the city streets of the city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, and to issue tickets to individuals. We deputize those individuals on the street. Now, whether or not it's true, that's another type of hearing. Whether or not these allegations are that have been alleged are true, that's not the hearing that I'm deciding today. Unless you want to take some type of offer. The only thing I'm deciding today is whether or not you want to move forward with some type of plea, or whether or not you want to move forward with a trial, or whether or not you want to move forward in that type of capacity and way. So, and you said that you don't believe that we have jurisdiction or that these tickets are not. So I'm telling you, if you don't believe it's jurisdiction, you have to file a written legal document that says why you don't believe that they have jurisdiction. And so that they can respond to it legally, like on a legal basis.
I'll do that.
Okay, so how much time do you need, Mr. Williams, to have the hearing? Because what they do is you'll submit your written stuff. They'll get time to be able to respond, and then you'll have a copy of that so that you can make sure that you can understand what's going on. So how much time do you need?
Give me to January.
Okay. So we'll come back on January 30th. That gives you 90 days. I need the motion filed before then, though. So I need the motion filed by January. On the record, recalling the matter of the people versus Timothy Williams and all his matters. Can I have your name for the record, sir?
Timothy Williams.
All right. And then, City, I'll make sure that also the attorney that's typically assigned knows this as well. I'll set it that it be, I'm trying to find a calendar for January, sorry. I don't know if it's on here. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna have a hearing in this matter. Let's do it on a Thursday. So let's do it February 1st, because I'm gonna need time. February 1st, 2024 is gonna be the actual hearing date though, but I'm gonna have you submit your motion no later than January the 12th. And then there needs to be a response from the people by January 26th. And we'll have the motion hearing on February the 1st.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I was in another courtroom. This is the prosecutor, Dia Chiku Mason. So we're doing on Mr. Williams, Timothy Williams.
So he wants to file a motion. I told him if he wants to file a motion, it needs to be filed no later than January 12th. The people have the response needs to be by January 26th, and the hearing will be February 1st.
Very good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, there's nothing further. That concludes this hearing for today.
Your Honor, am I able to come in, or is it going to be Zoom?
Are you what?
Am I able to come in on this?
You can physically come in if you want to. You want to have it in person?
Yep.
Okay, in person on February the 1st, 2024, okay?
Yep.
All right. All right, that concludes this hearing. Bond will continue at $0 personal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
And if they don't like it, they can stick shift it in their exhaust pipe and choke it and smoke it.
And thanks for hanging out with us on Facts or Frauds. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and ring that bell for notifications so next time I premiere a video, you can be in a live chat with everyone else and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. And a major thank you to our channel members, Robert Morley, Chris Kelling, Andy, Goddess of Truth, Pedro Whack-A-Mole, CW1960, Pat's Cats, Drew B, Westside Girl Reacts, Shawn, OldFart, Butcher Bird, Grendel's Rage, and Jason Heaton. If you'd like to become a member, just click on the link in the description, or click on join right next to subscribe. And if you're still hanging out, thank you. I appreciate you all. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, you're subscribed, and leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Until next time, I'll see you soon.